That was Wet Wet Wet's latest single, The Conversation, from their upcoming album, The Journey.
They burst onto the music scene in the late 80s and set many chart records with hits such as Love Is All Around and Goodnight Girl. In 2018, the band announced that former member of Liberty X and The Voice UK champ Kevin Sim was joining the band as the new lead vocalist.
Now, the band are now back with a brand new album. Kevin Sim and bassist Graham Clark join us on the line. Good morning, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Hey,
morning.
Hello,
Come here. I'm just thinking, Graham, anybody who just tuned in and watched that breaking news segment that Clydebank's just been voted Town of the Year must be thinking, what in the name of God's going on? Listen, it's great. It's great that you guys are back. As we were talking during the break, I'm a bit of a fan. And Elaine pointed out when that music played, the sound is the same. Was that important to you in terms of the new album, Graham?
I don't think we can help that. You know, we are a kind of, you know, we are musicians and, you know, we make a certain sound together. So, you know, when we started in the lockdown, it was quite obvious to us that we were going to make some great music, you know, and that's the fruits of our labour. You're just listening to there, you know, and we're, you know, the irony is, had we not went down into lockdown, we might not have made an album. So, yeah, there it is there, The Journey. So we're really, you know, it's exciting. We haven't had any new music for a long, long time. And, yeah, you can now change your Sweet Little Mystery record and buy The Journey.
Which he'll probably be doing, I'd say.
Well, I'd say I'll be buying the new one anyway. We won't get it on 12-inch. Got me with the days.
But Graham, we've got a new album. We've a new lead singer. Tell us how that came about. Tell us how you ended up with Graham. Or not Graham, sorry, with Kevin.
Yeah. Well, Marty stepped out 4 years ago, so we decided that, you know, we were just going to try and keep the music going, and Kevin was on our radar, and we met one another, and we liked one another. Well, we liked Kevin. We weren't sure if Kevin liked us yet, so we went into a rehearsal room. We played some music. We connected in a musical way, and you know, he's been an amazing fit for us, you know, because, you know, let's face it, you know, getting a new guy in is always going to be difficult. You don't like new music nowadays, but at least, you know, Kevin came in, he could sing the old songs. He knew some of the old songs. He was actually born just at the time when the new songs first came out.
Oh, no, that's making me feel very old, Graham.
You know, Kevin came in, he's doing a job, and, you know, it's been amazing over the last 3 years, been out playing live and going on a new journey.
Well, Kevin, let's bring you in here at this point because, listen, you've forged your own career path. Tell us your side of how this came to you, Kevin. And did you have any fears, any trepidation, any worries? And were those concerns laid to bed, I'd say, pretty quickly after you met the boys?
Sure. I mean, I was just playing football with my kids, and I checked my email as most bad dads do, and there was an email. There was an email from the band's manager, Dougie, just saying, "I'm the manager of Wet Wet Wet. Can we have a chat?" And I was like, "Well, what is that about?" It's totally random email to get, but they basically said they're looking for a new lead singer, and would I be interested in meeting up? So I actually met up with Graham after I'd done a gig down London way, and we had a good chat and stuff. And should I say Graham chatted a lot because I couldn't get a word in edgeways. And he got his guitar out. We sang a bit of Goodnight Girl, and then I went down to meet the other guys and do some songs. And yeah, on the train on the way back, the guys called me up and said, "Oh, do you want to be the singer of the band?" And I can't remember if I said yes straight away, because, yeah, obviously there was a little bit of trepidation with coming into a band that's so well established, and I knew it was going to be a challenge, but at the end of the day, it was a massive opportunity. I love the guys straight off the bat, and yeah, it's been amazing ever since.
Well, were you intimidated because you had pretty big boots to fill, really, when you think of your predecessor, Marty Pellow? Like, how did the chemistry spark between you guys, first of all?
It was. I'll be honest. We just hit it off straight away. I think music's a great like thing, to bring people together. And once you're in like a rehearsal room, sort of singing and playing together and stuff, it just happened really naturally. And obviously, yeah, the big boots to fill, and I'm only a size 8, so I've got quite small feet. But I kind of feel like I've proved myself along, my own sort of career, and I was confident I could do the job. Let's put it that way.
Well, as I said earlier on, like, you have carved out your own career, and that's been proven. You have an incredible voice, and I think you're a good fit for the band. Graham, let's talk about the album and talk about lockdown. I mean, this album came through lockdown, as you say. If we hadn't had lockdown, the album mightn't have appeared at all. Did that in any way influence the material on the album? And more importantly, how excited are you about getting this album in front of a live crowd soon?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think, you're never sure how the songs are how they're going to come about, who's going to be writing them, who's going to be contributing, and especially throw into the mix, the new kid on the block. So it was really, it was an amazing thing, really, because we hadn't sort of. We hadn't written a song for the best part of 10 years, so nobody really knew what was going on. I think it's safe to say it would have been easy for us to throw in the towel and give up once the singer left. I think it was much more braver to sit down and try and move the band on and try and get some new blood in there, and sort of, as I said, we went out on tour for sporadically, every couple of years we went out, so this gave us real kind of chance to move in a new direction, and with Kevin coming in and contributing to the writing, it just made it a little bit more fresher, with more emphasis on, a new guy helping us write songs. So, I think we've made something really special, and we're really looking forward to getting out and playing live and playing these new songs. Obviously, we're not going to play the full album when we go out, but, we'll certainly bleed in a couple of new songs as well, so it's all good.
Yeah. Kevin, can I ask you, when you look at your career path, it's kind of the polar opposite to Wet Wet Wet. They were very much organically formed. You went down the pop stars route. You had Liberty X, which I loved and I fangirled over. I loved their music. And then, of course, you won The Voice UK. Very different career path. So is it, what do you think of those experiences that you've had and where you've ended up now? I mean, does it gel properly with you?
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of look on my career as like a bit of a mishmash of of like achievements, I guess, and ups and downs, and I kind of wouldn't change it for anything, to be honest. I've done so much stuff, so much, like I said, random stuff, some really brilliant stuff like with Wet 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 and The Voice and stuff, and obviously Liberty X, and then I've done some really bizarre things as well, which I probably won't mention today.
Oh, but, please do. Go on, give us one of them anyway.
There's too many, honestly. There really is. But I just think, I've had a lot of experience, since I've started singing, since I finished school and decided this is what I was going to do. And, looking back on it all, I wouldn't sort of regret any of it, really. So I'm really, when I look back, I'm quite proud of all the different things that I've done, really.
Well, listen, I'm sure I'm not alone by saying I cannot wait to hear the new music. It's great to have you back on the scene. And bring one out on a 12-inch, will you, so I can just get it and put it with my Sweet Little Mystery one as well. Listen, chaps, it's been an absolute joy chatting to you. Can't wait to see you over on these shores soon. Thanks for joining us, lads.
Thanks a million, lads. And of course, Wet Wet Wet's new album, The Journey, is released on November 5th and is now available to pre-order from their website, wetwetwet.co.uk, or through all the usual digital platforms.